What's up? Hello, everyone. It's Steph Crosley, and I'm back. No, thank you all for tuning in. I am super, super, super excited because it's been a while since I asked who is Steph Crosley. She's back. But no, who is Steph Crosley? When I think of that question, of course, a bunch of titles come up. So, yes, I'm still hosting. I'm still, an author, motivational speaking, program manager. I'm still doing a whole lot. But again, those are titles. When I think of Steph Crosley, I think of a person who is a true lover. Man, I just really want everyone to feel love at some point in their life, and I understand the ups and downs of life, and sometimes we can feel it, sometimes we won't. But I just want to give as much love as I possibly can. I'm a super selfless person. I'm always thinking of other people, their emotions, their feelings, very compassionate. I am a learner. I'm an educator. I'm always looking for ways to grow myself, to grow the people around me. And all in all, I'm like, there's this big old bundle of positive energy that has so much to give, but also likes her alone time. And once you guys see this video, you will also know I am a soon-to-be mother. Oh my God. This is so crazy to even think about. Like, I am really about to be someone's mother. Well, I am someone's mother. Like, that is so crazy to think. If you know, it's so crazy to think about. So today, this vlog is strictly just an introductory video to my pregnancy. I have a few questions to answer that I received from other people, and I just thought, I don't want to keep answering these same questions over and over and over. I am super excited to share this journey. I don't think I've ever really envisioned being on this journey. So in true Steph Crosley fashion, why not document it? The amount of love and support I have and continue to have has been like a blessing. It's been extremely incredible. So welcome to the Steph Crosley Show. You guys are going on this journey with me, okay? So let's get into it. The first question: how did you find out you were pregnant? How did I find out? It's crazy. Found out typical, my period was late. It was late the month before, in all honesty. So it wasn't a super like, oh my God, a red flag. This is happening to me. Not at all. I waited it out. But as I was waiting, I began to just like think. And one thing I realized is that I had been very emotional, like really emotional. And at first I cry when I get frustrated, when I'm upset. I'm just a big old crybaby. However, I was just crying like people would say something to me. And that really made me stop and think, like, once, the period was already late, and I'm like, wait, this isn't normal. I probably should go take a pregnancy test. But then I talked myself out of it several times. I'm like, you know what? December has been a very stressful month. So I'm going to attribute my late period to it being a very stressful month. I'm going to wait till after the new year to take it because it might come in January. But then as I'm sitting home, I'm just like, you know what? Like, Christmas is in a couple of days or in a few days. Like, I'm going to get a test. Let's see, like, this may be my Christmas gift this year. So let me just go see. Took a pregnancy test, took a second pregnancy test, took a third pregnancy test, and they all came back positive. And then I was just like, wow. Who was the first person you told? Glenna was the first person I told. We had already been texting. And at that time, I was having flu-like symptoms. And she was telling me I need to go take a COVID test. And her last message to me at that time was, did you go take the test? And then once I took the pregnancy test, I sent her pictures like, oh, what you mean, this test? And she instantly called me and was like, are you serious, Cross? Like, oh my God, I'm so happy. Like she did not hesitate to jump into like just that happiness, that joy. And it was a real feel good moment, in all honesty. Even if, you know, I was, because most people, they've said, wait, are you happy? Are you okay? And until I say like yes, then they would say congratulations. But she was all like, oh my God, Cross, I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to build my nursery. I'm about to start working on a nursery in my house. So that was like, okay, like off the bat, she got my back. And at that point, that's all that matters. Was my pregnancy planned? Absolutely not. In the same breath, it was not prevented either, hence the pregnancy. But, you know, I think things happen and things work out mysterious ways, weird ways, but they work out the way it's all supposed to be worked out. Because again, me and my ex had literally just broke up. So, you know, going through December, it was just like, okay, I'm moving forward, boom, boom, boom. And then we're hit with that news. It was like, okay, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, we've been active for the last so many months, never, you know, it never came about, never was a question until like maybe the month before, because I remember having a conversation with my ex, like, you know, some women just aren't able to conceive. And, you know, that's just that, you know? And lo and behold, a few weeks later, voila. So no, to answer, it was not planned. Do I want a boy or a girl? You know, I was first leaning towards a boy. I don't know why, but I'm like, I want a boy. Like, I want a boy. I just want a boy. But as the pregnancy continues, I can envision myself with either or, and that makes me super excited. I really just hope and I pray daily that my baby is healthy. And I think that's not to be cliche, but it is like the honest to God truth. I just want a very healthy baby, and I want to be able to have a healthy pregnancy, develop a strong, healthy baby, and whatever it is, I know that, you know, that's what I'm supposed to have. I do have a girl name picked out, and I don't have a boy name picked out, but I have some options. Do you want more children? No. I would say that for a long time, I wanted to adopt. I've always been this person where it was all like, man, it's so many children without families, without homes, without love. Like, why continue to have children when there's so many children out here without? So for a long time, I just wanted to adopt. But then when you come across different stories of women who can't conceive or can't carry, even though I've never actively tried to have a child, I always said if it's God will, I at least want to have one child. As a woman, I feel like that's a part of my duty. So we gonna stick to this one child first. We're gonna see how it goes, and then we'll open it up to possibly more. But yeah. What were my friends' reactions? These are some funny people. Very funny. My nephew had a funny reaction because I told my nephew's nieces and sisters on Christmas via FaceTime, and My nephew like, so does this mean it's our last Christmas getting gifts? Yes, no, but I thought that was funny. Again, Glenna started, the nursery at her home already. Toya is like, no, I gotta see this. Toya was funny. She like, call me first. I don't believe this, Stephanie. This ain't yours. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I had to send her a picture of the pregnancy test with me in it. Like, this is me. Asia's just hilarious. She's just hilarious. But Asia's one of those people to make sure that I was okay with being pregnant before, she was like, okay, well, this is what you're doing and this is how we rocking. And Asia also wants me to name my child Cinnamon. So later on that. Amanda, super excited as well. Now she makes sure she does how y'all doing. It's not just me that she's worried about, so that's dope. Jonna was the friend that was in denial. Like, Jonna was like, girl, you was not pregnant, like, whatever. And a couple days later, she ended up texting me like, so you still lying to people saying you pregnant? And I just bust out laughing. I think the funniest response was Pumpkin. Oh, Jesus. She's like, girl, going back, like, she's in denial. And when I sent her a pregnancy test, she sends back a screenshot of her on Google. Like, how accurate are the clear blue pregnancy tests? Because I'm like, oh my gosh, she was in super denial. It was super funny, and I thought it was like the most hilarious. Then she's like, no, I gotta see, like, who pee did you use? Like, did you use, like, she just had all these crazy questions, but it was like in all good humor. Janae, me and Janae was beefing her whole pregnancy of her last baby. And she's like, so we're talking, she's like, so why haven't I gotten any pictures of your stomach? And I'm like, my stomach isn't big. I don't have symptoms. And she's like, wait, so you caused me all that craziness and hell throughout my pregnancy, and you have the nerves to not have symptoms? No symptoms, baby. No symptoms. So that was funny too, because she kind of wanted her karma, and karma, God don't play about me. Yeah, everyone else was like super excited. My sisters were all like, they started, okay, what nights you need me to be there for you? So it's just been a real pleasant experience. Shan had a really, shut up, Shanna, on Instagram. She had a really nice response too. And her response was, I can't wait to see what your child grows up to be, because you are its mother. And I was just like, oh my God, like, it's a lot of pressure, but that was so touching. And it just really, really made me excited for this next journey in my life. Like, there really is another human being that I'm building and developing and will be, super responsible for. And it scares me, but it excites the hell out of me too. So, any symptoms? No, I think I just answered that. I have absolutely no symptoms. My stomach has not grown. For a while, I was super nervous. Like, is my baby okay? Like, I'm praying, I'm touching my stomach, I'm praying, every day, just making sure, just hoping and praying that, things are going well, because I don't feel pregnant at all. Everybody's like, that's a blessing. Not everyone knows. That's why some people go so long without being able to detect that they're pregnant. But I just went to the doctor, and my baby was super active and moving and alert. So that was another, it was a surreal moment, but very exciting moment. Do you plan to breastfeed? Yes, absolutely, for several reasons. My plan is to breastfeed. Natural birth or hospital, I'm still deciding, but I'm leaning towards the hospital. How are you feeling? I'm feeling good. I think I have somewhat of a handle on my life, which is a huge thing for me, because I really want to make sure I'm putting myself in a position to create a healthy environment for my child. One that is loving, one that is free of struggle. And yeah, so it's a lot, but it's like for a greater cause, and that excites me. So I'm feeling good. What excites you the most? I think the unknown. Like, this is a part of my journey that I didn't expect. This is something I have absolutely no experience in. So it's like the biggest yet best challenge I've been faced with, or I am going to be faced with. No, I'm currently facing it. And I think just like the unknown and just how much can come from this whole experience excites me. But what scares me the most is the same thing, the unknown and the things that are out of my control. Scares me the most. Like, you guys, I've never babysat a baby. Not a niece, not a nephew, not a godchild. They will tell you I'm the person that will come see the baby and won't hold the baby. Like, it's too small, it's too fragile. Like, oh, it's cute. Oh, so cute from a distance. I can count on my hand how many diapers I've changed. I don't change diapers. You know, I'm the person like, oh, the baby's throwing up. What are you supposed to do? Oh my gosh, get it. Oh, I think it used the bathroom. I'm that person, or I've been that person. So listen, all of this is completely new. Completely new. I've never stayed in the house with the baby. But I'm looking forward to this next chapter. It's going to be a lot of growth, a lot of growth. What vow do you plan to make to your child that you wish your parents would have made to you? I thought this was a really interesting question, a good question. And it's so crazy because, like, one, you don't want to make broken promises. You want to, let me see. A vow that I plan to make to my child is to always give them the best of what I have, with the understanding that that may look different day in and day out, but always give them the best of me. I promise to create and make memories with my child. That's something that I don't have from my childhood, or if, you know, the ones that I do, they aren't like the best. So to make positive and good memories with my child, and to, again, always give them the best of me, and just to allow them their own space to grow and be their own individual, and not try to insert my life, my dreams, and my goals into them. I'm just excited to share this journey with you all. That's all the questions I have. If you guys have any questions for me, totally open. I didn't envision this. It was not planned. If I could do things differently, I would. Because then I only speak from just like, when I think of, the next generation and breaking generational curses, the one thing that does stand out is like, damn, I'm about to raise my child in a broken home. And although it's very doable, I mean, I've seen lots and lots of people do it. It's not most ideal. But again, it's doable, and it's doable, and it will be done. But I just think that, everything else, when it comes to just breaking generational cycles, like, that's one thing that I do plan to really focus on and tackle, whether it's, the mental abuse, emotional abuse, whether it's, the stable and unstable environments, or, the financial instability, which takes away opportunity. Those are generational curses that I do plan to break. And I can't thank my support system enough. I love you all so much. And this is just the first vlog. I do plan on documenting a lot of my pregnancy because, again, it is about creating memories. So I hope you guys enjoyed. So go ahead and like, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned. I love y'all.